Good morning, my friend. I'm Ted, and I'm glad you're here. People are sometimes surprised when I tell them I'm 61 years old, not because I look younger, but because I still enjoy walking, learning, exploring, and starting each day with energy and curiosity. Now, I don't believe there's a secret to becoming young again. None of us can turn back the clock. But I do believe we can influence how we experience aging. Over the past several years, living here in Thailand has introduced me to simple daily habits inspired by both modern wellness and traditional local wisdom. These aren't expensive. They aren't complicated. They're simply small things I practice every day that help me feel healthier, stronger, and more alive. Today, I'd like to share the 7 habits that have made the biggest difference in my own life. So pour yourself a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's begin. Start the day with herbal goodness. The first thing I do each morning is prepare a simple herbal drink. Here in Thailand, fresh herbs are part of everyday life. One of my favorites is turmeric, along with other local herbs that have been appreciated for generations. I don't think of it as a miracle drink. I simply enjoy beginning the day with something warm, natural, and nourishing. It reminds me to slow down before the busyness of the day begins. Sometimes, healthy living starts with one peaceful cup. Walk before the world gets busy. Before I check my phone, before emails, before the news, I try to take a walk. Nothing fast, nothing competitive, just a quiet walk. Walking helps wake up both my body and my mind. It gives me time to notice the birds, the trees, the morning light, and the simple beauty that often goes unnoticed. I've found that when I begin the day this way, everything else seems a little easier. Keep learning. One habit I never want to lose is curiosity. Every day, I try to learn something new. Sometimes it's about health, sometimes it's history, sometimes it's simply discovering something I never knew before. Learning reminds me that growing older doesn't mean growing stagnant. Our minds enjoy being challenged, and curiosity has a wonderful way of keeping life interesting.
As I've gotten older, I've realized that strength isn't just about muscles. It's also about balance, mobility, confidence. Each day, I spend a few minutes doing gentle movements that help me stay steady and flexible. Nothing fancy, just simple exercises that help me move comfortably through everyday life. My goal isn't to become an athlete. It's to remain independent for as many years as possible. Hydrate and protect my sleep. Another habit I've become more intentional about is drinking enough water throughout the day. Good hydration helps me feel more alert and energized. And when evening comes, I try to protect something that's become more valuable with age: my sleep. I avoid bright screens before bedtime whenever I can. Instead, I might read, enjoy a cup of herbal tea, or simply sit quietly for a few minutes. A peaceful evening often leads to a better tomorrow. Stay connected. Perhaps the most important habit on my list has nothing to do with food or exercise. It's conversation. I try to have at least one meaningful conversation every day. It might be with a friend, a family member, a neighbor, or even someone I meet while out walking. We were never meant to go through life completely alone. Sharing stories,
listening, laughing, and encouraging one another keeps something inside us alive. And I think that's one of the greatest gifts of all. When people ask me how I stay feeling younger, I don't point to one magical solution. I point to small habits practiced consistently. A nourishing start to the day, a morning walk, staying curious, keeping my body moving, drinking enough water, protecting my sleep, and making time for meaningful conversations. None of these habits are extraordinary by themselves, but together, they've helped me enjoy this season of life more than I ever expected. Growing older doesn't mean giving up your energy, your curiosity, or your joy. It simply means learning to care for yourself a little more intentionally. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me today. I'd love to hear from you. Which of these daily habits speaks to you the most? Or is there something you do every day that helps you feel your best? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Take care. Stay curious. Live well. I'm Ted, and I'll see you in our next conversation.